Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking the top 10 best budget cards in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM right now. Now, before we hop into this video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 4,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. I would really appreciate your support if you haven't already. If you do subscribe, try to push out content for y'all. As I can see, it's literally 3:20 a.m. when I'm recording this video. I will see it in the next morning, obviously. But yeah. Staying up late, we're recording content. I'd appreciate it if y'all would subscribe. One thing I will say as well before we hop into the video is that for budget cards, I don't have an exact price point for what consists of a budget card, but every card on this list is easily under 40,000 MT. I think every single one except for one is under 30k, and the vast majority of these cards, in all honesty, you can get for 15-20,000 MT at max, but there are a couple of cards that are slightly on the maybe a little bit more expensive side for a budget card. But that being said, every card on this list is super affordable, and I think they can all be classified easily as budget cards. But yeah, without further ado, let's not waste any time. Let's hop right into it at number 10, where we have LaMarcus Aldridge, who I think is one of the better budget big men in the game. Definitely a super solid card. Not a lot of flaws in this card. I mean, he's not the most elite defender in the world, but he's got solid enough defensive badges and stats. Playmaking badges comes pretty complete besides quick first step. Shooting badges are really, really good. Every shooting badge except for sniper is on him that are key badges for a big. 90 shot three, solid dunker, decent athleticism with 84 speed and excel. He's got great shooting and finishing badges. And shooting-wise is honestly really good with his release as well. Brook Lopez base is a great release. With the Aldridge upper is fine. The Aldridge base is not good, but the fact that he doesn't have it isn't definitely nice. Instead has the Brook Lopez base, which is a really, really good base. Movement is not great at all. None of his dribble sigs are any good at all. But that's not really his role. On offense, he's a pick and pop guy or a paint mashing interior big. And then defensively, he's a super solid interior guy who has decent-ish perimeter defense as well, and can get other defensive badges added like clamps, chase down artist, pick dodger, and ball stripper as well if you want to upgrade him defensively. Overall, a great budget big, elite catch and shoot guy who's also really good on the interior. Definitely a great all-around card. At number 9, we have Derrick Anderson, who I think is a really, really good new card that came out just a couple days ago in the new level up set. And Derrick Anderson is he's a great budget card. The pink diamond is the one we're talking about, easily under 20k. 6'5" with a 6'6" wingspan, so he doesn't have the greatest size at shooting guard, but not terrible. Hot spots from everywhere outside the three-point line. 10 hoffs, including blinders, catch, deadeye, sniper, quick first step, clamps, pick dodger. Really good badges across the board on this card. Elite shooting badges. The one thing I will say about this card is because he's an Evo card, you can't add any badges to him, which means he doesn't get handles for days. He doesn't get rim protector, post lockdown, things like that, which does hurt just a bit. But really, really good perimeter defender, decent interior defender as well, can dunk the ball well, elite shooter, and solid athleticism. Also has good movement with the quick dribble style, which is also super nice. And then jump shot is elite. Jump shot 113 on quick. It's the same base as Dennis Smith Jr. and Troy Brown. They're the only other guys in the game that have this release, but it's super elite, super easy to green. One of the best releases in the game, coupled with his really good dribble sigs, elite defensive stats, all that. He's a great, great card. I wish he could get handles for days, rim protector, and a couple other badges, but even without him, still a top 9 budget card in my team, in my personal opinion. At number 8, we got Sergey Bach, who I think is super, super elite, and you can get him super cheap, less than 10,000 MT for this card. And Ibaka is just a great big across the board. 6'10" with a 7'4" wings, which is solid size. Hot shots from both corners. 7 hoffs, include limitless posterizer, set shooter, as well as intimidator, pogo stick, post lockdown, and rim protector. He is a card that needs a couple badges like a quick first step, a bailout, maybe a pick dodger, ball stripper, things like that. But besides that, he's an elite interior big, comes with most key defensive badges. Shooting badges is already pretty complete with limitless sniper, catch, deadeye already on gold. Has decent speed with 83 speed and excel, really good shooter, really elite dunker, and one of the best interior bigs in the game with a 97 block, 95 interior, also an elite rebounder, elite defensive badges, like I said. Jump shot is one of the better big man releases in the game. It's super quick and super smooth, even on normal timing. It's a great jump shot. Like, he has, again, a big who's doesn't have great movement, similar to Aldridge, but he's got an even better jump shot than Aldridge, is an elite interior big, really good badges, definitely an elite all-around card. And I'm a big fan of this Ibaka card still, and think he's really good at number 8. At number 7, we have Lamar Odom, not LaMarcus Aldridge. We already talked about Aldridge. And Odom is another just guy who you can play in any sort of setting, I feel like. Super affordable. 6'10" with a 6'11" wingspan, hot stuff in 3 out of 5 spots. 10 hoffs, include some good finishing ones. Ankle breaker, quick chain, quick first step, chase down artist. Really good across the board in terms of defensive badges, missing really only rim protector. Playmaking badges are complete. Shooting badges needs limitless, but that's about it. Defensive stats are really good on the interior and the perimeter. He's a great dunker, great shooter, solid athleticism. Has the fundamental dribble style, which is with Hall of Fame quick first step up half quick chain. He has pretty good movement for the smaller forward or power forward position. The PG release, even on normal, is super easy to green, super smooth. Not the fastest jumper in the world, but it's not overly slow whatsoever. Definitely a solid jumper, and overall, this is just a great all-around card that you can really run at any sort of level because of his ability to do everything on the court at a super solid level, and I think number 7 is a great spot for Lamar Odom. At number 6, we have Jeremy Lin, who is one of the better budget PGs in the game. He's got solid size, a 6'4", is a glitched card defensively, 6'3", 4 out of 5 hotspots, 10 hoffs, include Acrobat, Fearless Finisher, Catch and Shoot, Floor General, as well as Hoff Clamps, Hoff Intimidator, Menace, Pick Dodger, and Pickpocket. Elite perimeter defensive stats, and really solid on the interior as well. You can get a chase down artist and a rim protector as well. Needs Limitless, but that's the only shooting badge he needs. Driving dunk on 85 is super good. 95 speed, excellent speed with ball is elite, and a 91 3-point shot as well is great. So he's really good all across the board. Shifty dribble style, Kobe size up, Pro 2 between the legs, Pro 3 behind the back. He's got elite dribble sigs. Jump shot 40 on normal, kind of similarly to Paul George release, is not the greatest release in the world, but it's not overly slow, and it's really easy to green. Just not the fastest, most elite 3 hunting jumper by any means, but it's a solid jumper, and statistically, badge-wise, across the board, he is a great card, and number 6 is a great spot for him. At number 5, we have Rudy Gay, who's been out for a while, but is still an elite option at that small forward or power forward position. Rudy Gay is just a beast across the board, 6'8" with a 7'3" wingspan, hot stuff in 3 out of 5 spots, 9 hoffs, including mainly finishing badges, as well as quick difficult shots, and volume shooter. Needs badges like Sniper, doesn't get Limitless, Spot Up, Handles for Days, maybe Rim Protector, Intimidator. There's some badges you can get on this card, but he's already a really good perimeter defender, has elite size with a great player build, solid interior as well, great dunker, solid athleticism, and good shooting as well. Rudy Gay base, even on normal, is one of the better jumpers in the game. Quick dribble style as well as the Pro 3 behind the back. He's got great half court and full court sigs, one of the best dribbling small forward, power forwards in the entire game. Has that elite size as well as a really good defender. One of the best dunkers in the game, period. He gets a lot of dunk animations, and overall, definitely an incredible card, and I'm really looking forward to a new Rudy Gay, because when we get an Opal Rudy Gay, he is going to be one of the best cards in my team, similar to the way this Pink Diamond was. Definitely an elite option at number 5. At number 4, we have ISO Joe Johnson, who I think has become a bit overlooked just because of the amount of good shooting guards we have in the game, but Joe Johnson can hold it down at an elite level. Badge-wise, he is incredible. 6'7" with a 6'9" wingspan at the 2 as well as really good size. Statistically, he's a beast across the board with speed, dunking, shooting, defense, everywhere. Hoff, Limitless, Post Stars or Blinders, Catch, Deadeye, Sniper, Limitless, Spot Up, Quick First Step, Clamps, Menace, and Pickpocket. Literally every single one of his Hall of Fame badges is a key badge, which is super nice. Already comes pretty complete in playmaking badges as well. Only place he really needs badges added is defense with like Pick Dodger, Pogo Stick, Rim Protector, Chase Down Artist, things like that, but already is a solid defender with Hoff Clamps as well. His jumper is really good with jump shot 38 on quick. It is super smooth, really easy to green. The shifty dribble style is great as well. His movement is super solid with the Kemba size up and everything. The only flaw with this card is the fact that he only has 85 stamina, which doesn't sound bad, but for whatever reason, if you have a stamina lower than like 90, 95, you just get tired really easily. So he's a card who you're only going to be able to play in like spurts of about a quarter at a time. You're not going to want to play him for a half or 3/4 just because he is going to get tired and that is going to hurt him. That's the biggest flaw with the card though. Overall, Joe Johnson is an elite shooting guard option, and definitely a great option at number 4. At number 3, we have Penny Hardaway, who I still think is one of the better point guards in the game. Has been out for a super long time and is still elite. 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan at PG is phenomenal. Only 4 Hoffs with their Hoff Bullet, Dimer, Floor General, Needle Threader. Solid playmaking badges. Shooting badges are pretty good as well. Needs Sniper. Doesn't get Limitless, doesn't get Clamps. Those are the flaws with this card. He doesn't get that Limitless, doesn't get Clamps. Those 2 badges missing does hurt, but he can get Rim Protector, Intimidator, Ball Stripper, things like that. 85 driving dunk is really solid, especially with his size. He does get good dunk animations. 83 shot 3, 89 speed and excel speed with ball, which isn't crazy on a PG, but at 6'7", he's really good with that. And has elite movement, quick dribble style, and his size up is super nice. Pro 5 behind the back, so he's got really good half court and full court sigs. Jump shot 10 as well, which not the greatest jumper in the world, I will say. It's a little bit slow, but the fact that he's 6'7" really makes up for it. He has elite defensive versatility because he can guard shooting guards, small forwards, guys like that, and isn't undersized. And having a big PG is super important. So when you're a budget player, you need a big PG. Penny Hardaway is the way to go. At number 2, we have Andre Kirilenko. who is one of 2 cards, number 1 as well, who are on my God squad right now. And AK is an absolute monster, one of the best 3&D cards in the game, period. 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan, which is elite size at small forward and really good at power forward as well. 10 hoffs, which include bullet, dimer, as well as ball stripper, chase down artist, clamps, interceptor, intimidator, menace, and pogo stick. Elite defensive badges already, playmaking badges, doesn't need anything added either. Only badge he really needs is limitless spot up across the board. Elite defender as well, 90 plus in everything, 95 plus in everything important like block, lateral, and perimeter defense. 80 driving dunk is super solid, and he's a really nice shooter with decent athleticism as well. Movement is not great on this card, but he's a 3&D guy, one of the best defenders in the game with jump shot 98, even on normal timing, is super smooth, pretty quick, really easy to green. Not quite as good of a release as it's been in previous years like in 2K20 and 2K21, but even in 2K22, 98 is still a great release, and it's super nice to have an elite catch and shoot release as well as being one of the best defenders in the game. So I think AK is a monster and 100% deserves his spot in the top 2. But at number 1, I don't think there was any question. It's the new Thurl Bailey. Even as a pink diamond, this card is incredible. As an opal, he is a bit out of the price range for this budget, but he only is what, 300 points, 50 rebounds, 15 dunks, and 10 blocks. This is not a super hard evo. You can get it done relatively quickly, or you can, if you have the MT, just buy the opal version. But even as a pink diamond, he is an elite card. 6'11" with a 7-foot wingspan, hot spots from both corners, 10 hops, which include really good finishing badges, quick first step, interceptor, pogo stick. Additionally, if you do evo, I'll just show his evo badges. He does get hoff on strippable as well as clamps, intimidator, menace, post lockdown, and a little bit of a stat boost across the board. But even unevoed, great card. 90 speed and excel, 81 shot 3, elite dunker, really good all around defensive stats. Unfortunately, being an evo card, the one thing I will say, you can't add badges to him, so he's not going to get the limitless spot up, not going to get handles for days. That being said, don't think it's super crucial with him. Really nice jumper as well. Jump shot 22 is a great base. 69 upper, not the best. Nice, 69. But James Worthy release, Weber release, it's the exact same release as those 2 guys. So it's a little bit of a low release, but it's really smooth, really quick, and pretty darn easy to green. Power dribble style is not great, but that's not really his role. He's not a dribbler. He's a guy who catches and shoots on the offensive end or attacks the rim and is an elite finisher. 6'11" as well. He is built like Giannis Antetokounmpo, and defensively, he is an absolute monster. Even on evoed, he's going to play lanes at a super high level, block a lot of shots, can guard 1 through 5. Evoed, even better. Defensive stats become even monstrous, even more monstrous. Has elite perimeter and defensive badges like clamps, interceptor, intimidator, menace, post lockdown, pogo stick. His badges are so good defensively, and he plays very similar to Giannis, but even is a better shooter than Giannis. And I think honestly, as a pink diamond, best budget card in the game. As an opal, one of the best cards in the game, period. But Thurl Bailey is an absolute monster, and I think he 100% is number 1 on this list. So, yeah, as y'all can see, there's a lot of good budget cards in the game right now. Every one of these cards is super affordable, super easy to pick up, and guys who can really help out your squad at a lot of levels. Guys like Thurl and AK are God Squad level players, and everybody else in this list is still an elite level card who can really hold it down against the best cards in the game at their position. So, hopefully you did enjoy this video, and hopefully it did help you out if you're looking for players to fill your team for a cheap price. And yeah, if you did enjoy, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment as well, and let me know what you thought of my list. Who did I rank too high? Who did I rank too low? Is there anybody that I left off this list that you think deserves a spot in the top 10? And also make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Again, to help me push towards that 4,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I'll be back with more 2K content very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.